Hey, what's up guys? Another day, another dollar. Before the video, I showed you guys the song yesterday. If you're a producer and you want to know the volume net levels of your song, you just drag another song in there and just compare it. So this is a Nimda song, but we just compare the volume levels. Anyway, I made a second build up. The goal is that you guys don't see it coming, so what's up guys? Another day, another dollar. Today's video topic is why you should avoid astrology girls. When I say astrology, very all-encompassing. Zodiac, sage, Ouija boards, crystals, any of that shit. You know what I'm talking about? Tapestries. Tapestries too. I told the rock girl story like 50 times, especially if you're old here. You can skip this story. I'll tell it again for the people who are new. I went to a girl's house one time. She was a crystal girl. You know what I'm talking about? All the magical crystals and shit. They're supposed to have like energy that does something to your life. I think it's all bullshit, nonsense, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like an old cat lady. You know what I'm talking about? Like really weird, superstitious shit. Anyway, crystal girl. I'm like looking at these crystals and I touched one by accident, right? There was like a bunch of shit on the table. There was like all this weird shit. I touched one of the crystals. She fucking flips. She flips her shit. She's like, oh my God, you touched my crystal. Like, oh, like now your energy's in the rock. Like, holy shit, my energy was in that rock. Like that rock was linked to my aura and energy and chakra. It was giving me the benefits, and now you put your dirty, disgusting energy into my rock, and now I have to cleanse the rock to put my energy back into it. And she was dead ass. She was like pissed. So she pulls out this little like handmade leather fucking like bag, you know what I'm saying? Like some shit you would see at like a witch doctor. You know, she pulls out this little bag. She pulls out all these like instruments, like burning sage and shit, closing her eyes, like whispering, humana, humana, goes to the rock, starts like doing the sage thing. She's like, and I was like, holy shit, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? This is craziness. My experience, girls that are way too into astrology and crystals and shit like that, hoes, not hoes. I'm gonna say like some type of trauma, like really bad trauma, and like the coping mechanism is believing in rocks and zodiac signs and sage and shit. You see that stuff as like a coping method. You know what I'm saying? It's like equivalent to like therapy, or like it's like a form of therapy for people. I noticed is that when people feel so out of control in their lives, right? They have no control over anything in their lives. It brings people comfort to know that there's something, fate or something like that. And some of you guys may believe in fate, some of you guys may not. Destiny, all that shit. But it brings people comfort to know that, like, let's say fate for it, like, let's say fate is 100% real, right? It takes some accountability off of you, and it's like a coping mechanism when your life is fucked. You're like, oh, this is all supposed to be happening. You know what I'm saying? It's all part of the plan. You know what I'm saying? There's more things in store for me. You know, rather than hearing there is no plan, you're just fucked. You know, nobody wants to hear that shit. They want to hear that there's a plan. Coping mechanism. So if you start believing in stuff like that, then you get some comfort. You know what I mean? You get some comfort that you're not just completely fucked. But then they get too into it. You know what I'm saying? When they fuck up, they're like, oh, it's okay, I'm a fucking Sagittarius. You know what I'm saying? There's good things in store for me. Negative energy. I believe in, I do believe in some of it, a little bit. I'm not, like, I'm always like a, you know what I'm saying? I'm always like a I don't know. I'm like a doubter for, you know, shit like spirituality when it comes to zodiac and shit like that. But I may have cheated on you with Aquarius. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he had a 12-inch meat and he was 6'9", and, you know, his homies came and gang fucked me, but it was part of the plan. The sage told me to do it. It's gonna be okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's part of the destiny. Okay, I'm a Sagittarius. I get gang fucked sometimes. What can I say? No, man, I think getting too into that stuff. You know, who's that one guy who writes all those books about fucking meditation? There's this dude who writes all these books, and if she's like super into those books, side eye, bro. Just watch out. You know, he does a lot of stuff about meditation and like astral projection and stuff like that. You know, there was a point I got super familiar with the whole thing. Maybe it's because I rave a lot, and, you know, you get that kind of thing. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say it's always bad to be all, like, into that shit, but, like, I think there's characteristics sometimes that come with other characteristics, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, if someone is goth, they're most likely to have something else. You know what I mean? It's like, you don't just pick and choose traits in people. Some traits that people have are almost always or very often paired with other traits, and that's kind of what I'm trying to get at. Hippie girls. Some of you guys may have been with a hippie girl at one point, and you go through the whole thing, you buy in, and at first it seems like, yeah, this is awesome, the hippie girl. I know horror stories of guys that were with like hippie girls. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a lot of fun. You know what I'm saying? You're doing a lot of fun, crazy things with the hippies. You know what I'm saying? But don't be surprised when she wants an open relationship or like something like that. You know what I'm saying? Is like a lesbian, low-key, bisexual. You know what I'm saying? And then you're going to go down the hippie rabbit hole, bro. And there's a lot to it, you know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of psychedelics and shit. Seeing weird things. You know what I mean? It's this experience, you know, like, damn, bro, that was like yeah, I'm leaving all that shit behind me. Anyway, girls also that are too into spirituality and shit. Like, let's say, I mean, I've talked about this all the time, like, with the psychedelics and the fucking shit like that, the spirituality. Let's say you do know all the answers. There's like, spatial, 9-dimensional beings and shit, and, like, the stars are aligning, and let's say it's all true. What's that gonna do for your day-to-day life? You know what I'm saying? Is that gonna pay your bills if you know the answer to the universe? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? Now you just know more shit that'll weigh you down. Hippie girls are also usually really wild too, unless they're serious hippie. They're gonna wake up to this like astrology girl, you know what I'm saying? Every time you fuck up, she's gonna like burn sage on you or some shit. I was watching The Ultimatum last night. Great, it's the best. Like, if you're into reality TV, I wasn't really into those love shows. Ultimatum, best one ever. You know what I'm saying? You wake up, your girl's burning sage, you like wake up coughing and shit, there's like sage all up in your nose and stuff, and she's like, I felt your negative energy, bro. Shit's crazy, bro. And like, it might be cute and shit now, but like when she's like 50 still doing like astrology and like rocks and shit, she's just gonna look crazy as hell. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be like, wait a second, this is fucking weird. You know, this is some weird ass shit, you know what I'm saying? You wake up and she's like rubbing rocks on your kids. She's like, here, it's a quartz, it'll make your day better. And she's like rubbing rocks on your kid. Your kid's like, Mom, this is weird. I don't like the rock, it's kind of sharp. She's like, shh, this is making your energy better. And blaming shit on when you were born, what the stars looked like when they were born. It's like, I know I stole all your money and cheated on you, right? I get it, but hear me out. I'm a Leo. I know that I blew that dude in the parking lot. I get it. It looks bad. But I'm a Aquarius. You're just supposed to be like, oh shit, yeah, you're right. I should have known that shit. I forgot to read your chart. All I'm saying is it's a coping mechanism for something. Normally, something fucked up happened. They fell into it. You got to get to the root of the issue. I don't like that shit that haven't, like, I don't know, that don't have like a fuck ton of trauma. You know what I'm saying? Been through a bunch of fucked up shit. Like if you haven't been through a bunch of fucked up shit and you just are happy-go-lucky and you had a good life, I don't see how you could just get into star signs. You know what I'm saying? I don't see that happening naturally. I could be wrong. This is all my opinion and stuff, as always, you know. But hey, man, I just don't see that happening. So yeah, I don't know, man. There's always really bad stories. I was in my DMs yesterday and I was getting really bad stories about the video topic I made yesterday. But yeah. So avoid the astrology girls. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Code HORSEMEET on Young LA today. This jacket's Young LA. Dude, they have compression shirts, all the dope stuff. Use my code. You know what I'm saying? My code is the best code. Iron Crew for all my jewelry. And horsemeet.shop for t-shirts, fitness program, all that kind of stuff. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.